Hey everyone, before we begin, please subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. Your support truly means the world. She said it while buttering toast, like she was announcing the weather. I have a date tonight. The knife scraped porcelain. Outside our apartment in Hamburg, February rain slid down the windows in uneven trails, turning the city into a blur of gray and amber lights. Trams hummed, distant and indifferent. Inside, the kitchen smelled of coffee and something faintly burnt. I looked up slowly. Laura didn't look back. Her hair was still damp from the shower, wrapped in the same towel she'd used for years, the one my mother had given her on our first Christmas together. "Okay," I said calmly. That was it. One word. No question, no accusation. Her hand froze. I could feel it then. The shift, and the subtle tightening of the air, like before a storm. Laura turned, studying my face as if searching for a crack, a tremor, anything she could lean into. "You're okay with that?" she asked. I nodded, took a sip of coffee. It was too bitter. "You said you had plans. Enjoy." For a moment, she looked almost disappointed. If she'd known what that calm meant, she might have screamed instead. We'd been together for 11 years, married for 8, no children, by design, she said. Not yet turned into maybe never, and I learned not to press. Laura worked in cultural marketing, surrounded by younger men with careful stubble and curated opinions. I was an urban planner for the city, boring, reliable, invisible. In my family, invisibility was survival. I grew up in Rostock, in a concrete block near the Baltic. My father drank and tested his strength on words before fists. My mother mastered silence like a second language. When he cheated, she cooked his favorite meals. When he humiliated her, she smiled for neighbors. When he died suddenly of a stroke, people called him complicated. No one asked how she slept afterward, light like prey. I promised myself I would never beg for love. Laura had always been restless, not cruel exactly, curious. She flirted openly, called it honesty. When I expressed discomfort, she'd laugh gently and say, "You're imagining threats where there are none." Gaslighting, they call it now. Back then, I just called it marriage. The first clue came 6 months earlier. A receipt in her coat pocket from a hotel near the Elbphilharmonie. She said it was for a client meeting. Then a second receipt, and then a calendar invite that vanished when I asked about it. I didn't confront her. I watched, listened, learned. My calm reply that morning wasn't forgiveness. It was preparation. That afternoon, while rain softened the edges of the city, I left work early and walked along the Speicherstadt canals. Red brick warehouses loomed like old witnesses. I called someone I hadn't spoken to in years. "Hannah," I said when she answered. "I need a favor." Hannah was Laura's cousin, estranged. The family didn't speak of her, which in Laura's world meant Hannah had refused to play her assigned role. Years ago, she'd warned me over wine. The Morels don't cheat randomly. They curate. I'd laughed then. I wasn't laughing now. By evening, everything was in motion. Laura dressed carefully. Black dress, understated jewelry. Not the kind she wore when she wanted to be unforgettable without appearing desperate. She kissed my cheek lightly. "Don't wait up," she said. "I won't," I replied. When the door closed, the apartment felt enormous, quiet. I opened my laptop and logged into the shared cloud account she'd forgotten she'd synced to my phone years earlier. There it was, her other life. Messages archived under initials. Photos never sent to me. Reservations, promises. Her date tonight wasn't new. He was just the first she'd admitted to. Matthias Köhler, 46, married, on the board of a regional development firm that happened to be bidding on a major city project. One I'd helped design. Conflict of interest, ethical nightmare, career ending. I didn't leak it, not yet. At 10:30, Laura texted, "Having fun. Hope you are too," I replied. "I am." And I was. Over the next weeks, I did nothing obvious. I cooked, I listened, I asked about her day with genuine interest. My calm unsettled her. She started talking more, filling silences she once controlled. Secrets leak when people feel safe. Hannah delivered the rest. Family history Laura had buried, affairs covered up, payoffs disguised as inheritances. Matthias wasn't the first married man Laura had dated, just the most careless. The climax came in March at a charity gala in Berlin. Laura insisted I come. We should be seen together, she said. Seen, that word again. The room glittered with money and ambition. Matthias was there, hand resting too familiarly on Laura's back. His wife stood nearby, smiling tightly. When the speeches began, I excused myself, and took the stage under the pretense of a brief announcement. My department was sponsoring part of the event. I spoke calmly, about transparency, about trust in public and private partnerships, about how cities, like marriages, collapse when built on hidden rot. Then I shared the documents, not accusations, facts, dates, overlaps, conflicts of interest, enough to let others do the math. The room went silent, then loud. Phones came out, faces changed. Laura stared at me, color draining from her cheeks. Matthias's wife finally understood. Afterward, Laura locked herself in the bathroom and cried like a child. "You destroyed me," she whispered later, mascara smeared, voice hollow. "No," I said gently. "I stopped protecting your secret life." The fallout was surgical. Matthias resigned. Investigations followed. Laura's contracts evaporated. Friends stopped calling. She moved out within a month. On the day she left, she stood in the doorway and asked, "Did you ever love me?" I thought of my mother, of silence, of promises I made to myself. "Yes," I said. "Enough to end this properly?" Spring came to Hamburg slowly. Cherry blossoms along the Ulster. Light returning, cautious, but real. I live alone now, peacefully. When people ask what happened, I don't embellish. She said she had a date, and I finally replied with the truth.